Writing advice from one author to the next. This question comes today from Nikki Macy. She wants to know, how do you organize your day to be most productive, especially struggling with having two tiny humans? As a father of two myself, this question hit me right in the feels, and I definitely know what it's like to try to write around children. Is this going to be perfect? No. They are creatures of chaos. They are goblins that want your attention, and you're just going to have to do the best you can. And some days you're just going to have to be okay with the fact that any writing is a successful writing day. Anytime that you are able to put words on the page, you have done a good job, and you need to acknowledge the fact that you have done a good job. But it's also about routine and trying to figure out when you can be productive. Teaching your brain that this time in the day, from this time to this time, this is our writing time. This is when we can be creative, and letting your mind flow free. I know there's a lot of plotters out there, but having a Panzer mindset at least partially through the day to give yourself time to be creative is going to be really helpful. It's really helpful for me as well, so especially for me. I plot out like characters, like I develop the characters, and then I kind of let them move out the story, because life itself doesn't have a plot, and so everything is more of character driven for me personally. Now, for me, I work through different projects throughout the week. So one day I'll be writing the short stories I put on my Patreon. The next day I'll be writing the short stories that I put on for TikTok. And then the other times I'm working on Glassheart in the next draft, doing the editings for that. I usually write between the hours of 9 p.m. to whenever I go to sleep. That's just because the kids are down, the wife's in bed, the house is quiet, I can put on my music, and I can focus. The problem with that is that I'm usually tired at that point. It's also good to take advice from authors that have done this for so long. Stephen King has a very good piece of advice where he takes the last 2 pages that he wrote, and before he writes anything, he sits down and he reads them, because that gets him back in the mindset of where the story is going, and it helps him move forward. When you're writing, just write. Don't stop. Don't get hang-ups. If you're having a spot where you cannot mentally think, just put it in brackets. This happens here, and then keep going, because you can always go back. You can't edit a blank page, but you can always edit a finished product. Hopefully this helps you, and can't wait to see what you write. See you in the next one.